Yeah, welcome to the Spotlight, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benson, and in this channel, we look at socio-political issues in Kenya. Today, I want to look at this issue of James Orengo, the governor of Siaya, advising Raila Odinga or making sentiments that Raila Odinga can vie again in 2027. This is what he said.
To politics now, Siaya Governor James Orengo has hinted that Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance leader Raila Odinga may make his sixth stab at the presidency in 2027. Orengo says the journey to Canaan is still on course and that Raila is strong enough to lead this country.
This as Siaya County Governor James Orengo hinted Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party leader Raila Odinga may vie for presidency in 2027.
Ujue baba pia hajakufa moyo. Baba hajakufa moyo. Safari ya kwenda Canaan haijaisha. Nataka mjue wale ambao wanakufa moyo ni kama bibi ya Lut, wala ambao wanaangalia nyuma. Na Raila ndio sasa yuko fit kabisa.
He made the
I tend to differ with Orengo on this one. Orengo has been a very close ally to Raila Odinga, apart from that time when he fell out with Raila Odinga to go and contest. I think that was 2002 through, was it SDP? And of course, he realized he could not make it by himself. He came back to Raila Odinga's camp. He's been a very close ally, a legal mind behind Raila Odinga. He's won a few cases for Raila Odinga here and there. But I think there are instances where Orengo is misleading Raila Odinga. And Miguna has pointed out. Miguna has actually, he said Orengo should stop misleading Kenyan and should stop misleading Raila Odinga that he can be a president. And on this one, I want not to say I agree with Miguna, but those are my advice as well, because Raila Odinga is 78 years as we speak now. And if you add 5 years, which Ruto will rule, Raila will be 83. Do not lie to me that if Raila Odinga with the deep state and the system could not win against William Ruto, he is likely to win in 2027 without the system, without the deep state. And of course, if it's numbers, Raila Odinga had the numbers. But now, you know how politics in Kenya is operated. So, there are a few instances where I tend to think that Orengo has misled Raila Odinga. Stay with me. If you are here for the first time, I want to ask that you consider subscribing. And those who've already subscribed, guys, thank you for supporting this channel. That is why we always come back. May God bless you. And I want to start by mentioning the 2017 elections. They went to court and they won the case. So that one gave them a basis. And I think from that time, Orengo thought that all the cases that they are going to present to the courts probably is going to win. That is the biggest case that Orengo and his team won for Raila Odinga, which I tend to think that if it were not for people like Maraga who are at the Supreme Court, people who knew how to stand by the truth, they probably couldn't have won that case as well. Now, let's move quickly to BBI. Look at the BBI report, and most people opposed the BBI. Orengo were behind, the brains behind the BBI, and they let Raila Odinga push these agendas, talk about it, and it eventually was turned down by the courts. It actually humiliated Raila Odinga and his legal team, Orengo included. And then come to 2022. There are instances where Raila Odinga actually even asked, I've not even said I'm going to vie. Why are you guys jumping up and down? So I tend to think that there are people pushing Raila Odinga the same way they pushed him to contest in 2022. Probably Raila Odinga could have retired, but because of some forces like Orengo, he keeps coming back. So he came back for 2022. You know what happened, and they still went to court. And when they went to court to contest those results, Orengo said this.
We are very confident. I've participated in many petitions. This one, I can tell you, is a bombshell. And we've got so many smoking guns. And I think at the conclusion of this petition, you're going to have a determination in favor of Raila Amolo Odinga.
And eventually we were told this was hot hair, according to Justice, the 7 bench judges from the Supreme Court. We don't know what conspired there, but trust me, if you add 1 + 1, you'll conclude that that is another part where Orengo has misled Raila Odinga. And then now, we've not settled. People have not settled. Mostly Azimio supporters have not settled down. They are still in pain. You are now coming again saying that Raila Odinga will again be on the ballot in 2027. My advice is Raila Odinga should actually retire. There is a video I did as soon as the Supreme Court ruled out on the results, and I said Raila should retire. If it were in the developed countries, probably by now Raila could have retired and those people stepped down and let other people take over. The Azimio team could have been organized. By now, they could have gotten a new leader, probably Kalonzo. So Raila should be actually advising people on what to do and what to say. If he must say something, he should be coming out once in a while to say it. And that is why I'll do another video about Winnie Odinga. I tend to think that's a good idea for succession, for his own legacy, because Raila Odinga has fought for this country for far too long. He should not be fighting until he's 80-something and still fighting. No, there's always an end to everything. So that's my take, guys. And I want to advise Orengo not to push Raila Odinga to the 2027 presidential race again. Tell me what you think, guys. That's the spotlight for today.